chance to meet this gentleman, and it was an interesting first experience. So Alvin invited me round for a cup of tea, just to get to know him. And I pulled into his drive, and he had one of his other cars on the drive. Alvin was nowhere to be seen at this point. So, being a car guy, I just fixated on this Mustang, and I didn't clock the garden wall on the left-hand side. So I'm in the black F40, and if you take a look after this, there's damage all the way along the side where I managed to clip Alvin's wall, and I just saw Alvin coming out with a shovel because he'd been working in the back garden. What the hell is that noise? And who is that guy that has just turned up? It is for our F430. But Alvin is a true character. We'll get into his backstory a little bit now. But he has raced for a number of years, and the F40 is not without a backstory. So, Alvin, I will welcome. Thank you very much. They say don't meet your heroes, but I think that's
no problem.
So, shall we start off with you started racing cars at a young age?
Yeah, my
Technical issue.
Yeah, I did my first event. I was about 21. I did the Tour of Epping 2 years ago. Yeah, two or 3 years ago. And I'd never done any event. I was in an Allied Anglia. And by lunchtime, I was lying third overall and leading my class, which I was like, wow. But it wasn't for me. I wanted to go.
That's probably a McLaren, I guess.
I wanted to go motor racing, and I started then with various cars, and I ended up with various cars. I had a Formula 1 car from 1987 to about 92. Then I bought the Paul Radisich Mondeo that won the World Cup in 1993. Paul has driven it up the hill in Goodwood. Andy Rouse has driven it. And then in 2002 I bought the Pro Drive Mondeos from Ford's that finished 1, 2 and 3 in the championship. So I ended up with 3 cars, and the menu car is in the Pro Drive Museum, and I took the, sorry to bore you with all this.
No.
But I got invited down to Goodwood about a month ago for the biggest collection of super tourers ever been together. And Anthony Reid, who finished second in my car in the British Championship, drove the car in the shootout. And Pro Drive brought the 4th Mondeo down and parked it by the side of me in Goodwood, which was really special, you know. But anyway, that's another side. And then I did Group C from 2003 to 2004, raced all over Europe and did Le Mans and all that stuff as you do.
And I walked into your house a week ago, and the first thing you showed me is your trophy cabinet, which is pretty special. Le Mans trophies and all sorts, so
right,
it's pretty special.
Got about 150 trophies.
So then you came on to the F40. How did that come about?
Yeah, excuse me. What happened? A company called Simpson Motorsport, who have helped me over the years to run the race cars, and the father won Le Mans in '79. I went out there in '88 with him, Robin, and he was racing the Tiger C2 car, which I ended up buying off him in 2003. So
I'm sensing a theme here. You buy a lot of cars.
Yeah. Well, what happened was Julian Simpson, who now owns Simpson Motorsport, unfortunately Robin passed away about 2 years ago. He phoned me up 12, 13 years ago, and he said, "You want to buy an F40?" Now, he knew it was the only Ferrari I ever wanted, and I said, "How much are they? How much are they?" He said, "They're 300 to 350. And I said, "Oh Christ," I said, "I can't justify it." No, he said, "This one's damaged, it needs a rebuild." So I went to see it, and
That could be the most expensive coffee table.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, Julian took about 18 months to rebuild it, and by the time he's finished, the F40s had gone to £500,000. Then they went 100 grand every year for the next 5 or 6 years, and they suddenly jumped.
And you're still driving it on the road?
Yeah, and I still drive it, which is very... The only other one of them I've seen was driven by Ronnie O'Sullivan. Just a quick story, I'd sold my Group C car to a guy and they were testing up in Donington, and Julian from Simpson phoned me and said, where are you? I said, well, I'm on my way up to airport give a guy a couple of tips, and he said, oh, pop into Silverstone on the way and pick up a set of plugs for the DFV. I said, right, okay. And I was sat outside, next thing I heard this road going past, but the F40, I thought, bloody hell. You know, I just bought mine. Half hour later, back again, and it was Ronnie. Well, as you go into Silverstone, there's a big grey hangar on the left-hand side. It's full of all celeb cars. So they come up. I want to take my car out next week. Yeah. Jump in it, out, and put it back in the cage.
So with because obviously the F40, or a number of Ferraris are going up in price. The F40 is increased in price. How long have you had it? 13 years?
13 years, yeah.
So it's increased in price. Does it affect your thought in driving it?
No, not at all. I mean, it's just that, I don't know whether people are aware, but it's got what you call bag tanks in it. It's like the Formula 1 cars, aeroplanes have got 2 bag tanks, and it's just 2 brand new bag tanks fitted with a company called GTO Engineering up in Maidenhead. Yeah.
But when you jump in and turn the key, you don't give that second thought. You just
no, I drive it. I race everything. You name it, I've done it. But that thing is like 3,000 revs. Is probably about 150, 160 brake. 3,002 is between 550 and 600 brake. Whatever. Anybody that comes in the car with me, they say, "Oh, I've been in a fast car." I say, "Oh no, you." It does 107.5 seconds.
And I hear you actually drive it as well. I haven't seen you drive it, but you can drive it.
Well, you've got to be careful with it. You know, it's it certainly doesn't go out in the wet. No. See the size of the back tyres. In third gear, if you stamp on the throttle in third gear at 80 miles an hour, it lights them up.
We won't go into some history I had with Macroplane earlier on.
Oh no, don't go there.
So we'll go there. Okay, well, thank you for your time, Alvin. Honestly, they say don't meet your heroes, but you're a legend. Thank you very much. We will do the Q&A with Bart in about 5